It's that time of year again. It's king cake season, and this year I want to make a vegan praline, pecan praline king cake. Warm up some almond milk. While I'm here, I'm melting a stick of butter. Add in a package of active dry yeast and a pinch of sugar because yeast loves sugar. We're gonna mix this up and let it set aside to activate. Make sure your milk is not exceeding 110 degrees or you will kill the yeast and it's not gonna rise. So there it is starting to bubble. It's gonna bubble more. Basically all a king cake is yeasted dough filled with whatever you wanna fill it with. 2.5 cups of flour spooned and then leveled off. 1/4 cup of sugar. Whisking. 2 tablespoons of aquafaba, the juice from a can of beans. I'm using kidney beans. You can use cannelli or chickpeas, whatever. Our melted butter and our yeast mixture. Look how bubbly it is now. Pouring that in, mixing together. I like to pour my wet ingredients in the middle, then kind of pull those dry ingredients through the center, just like that until a dough starts to form. So there's my dough ball. I'm going to lightly flour my surface. It's a very sticky, wet dough, and we're going to knead it by folding it and pressing through just like that until it's nice and smooth and stretchy. If you need to add more flour, you can. So I've floured my surface one more time, and this consistency looks great. It's kind of tacky, but it's not sticking to my hands. And I'm going to continue to knead it. See how stretchy this is. It's very, very soft. It is tacky, but it's not sticking to my hands. This is a very wet dough, a lot of fat content in here, but that's the consistency that you want right there. Okay, so now this part is important. We're going to slap out the dough. We're flattening and rounding it, and this is going to help it all rise evenly and help with your rolling out. So we're going to pull in those edges to the middle, right? And we're actually going to do this a couple of times. We're just going to keep pulling and rounding out that dough. We're stretching the gluten on that top layer. This is really hard to do looking at a phone, but we got it. We're good. We're going to keep going. There it is, seam side down, and we're going to let it rise in a warm place for about an hour until it's doubled in size. Here's mine. I had it sitting in the oven for about an hour to rise with the light on. Yay. Flour. Turn out your dough onto the floured surface, and then we're going to punch down the dough. Get all of the air out. If you don't, it could rise uneven, so make sure you punch out all. Now I'm rolling it out into a rectangle as best I can, starting from the center, working my way out. I don't think y'all can see. There we go. So again, I'm not the best at this. I will admit, I'm not the best at shaping dough. But I'm adding vanilla to my melted butter. Mix. We're going to spread this all over the dough. 2 tablespoons of brown sugar and 2 tablespoons of white sugar. So it's going to kind of be a combination of the two. Mix those together. We want the molasses taste of the brown sugar, but also the refinement of the white sugar to help it all really meld together. Sprinkle it all over the dough. Now we're adding about a tablespoon or 2 of chopped pecans. Happy eating. So good. I love it. It's got that praline taste. I'm gonna double the sugar for the filling because it can definitely have more. I think the pecans is just right. But like melt in your mouth, bready, buttery deliciousness with pecans and the almond. The almond makes such a difference in the icing. Happy eating, you guys.